guys, Robbo46 here, welcome yourselves back to MotoGP 20 on the Xbox One X. Let's continue with career mode. We are going to Jerez next, which I'm not really looking forward to on this Ducati, but I'm hoping that we can get some sort of result. So let's see if we can put in a decent time. Managed to actually get straight through to Q2, which I was quite surprised at. So hopefully we can get up the order maybe a little bit. I mean, the Ducati it's doing okay. I've had to lower the front just to help with the understeer, and it has been helping, which is good. Just hope that we can actually do a decent job. We're only a 10th off at the moment. We're currently sat in 11th place. Down to Danny Pedrosa corner. We're under the time at the moment, not by much though. So through turn 7. If we can start on front 2 rows, I will be very, very happy. I'll consider that, you know, a nice little victory. But I think that the race around here is going to be, you know, pretty bad. We've lost 0.2 of a second, so we are under or over the time actually at the moment. 2 corners to go, 1 corner to go into Jorge Lorenzo corner. Okay. Alright, where is this going to put me? Currently 11th. We are going to move up to 3rd. That's the front row. So we're actually starting down in 6th place, but the times are very, very close. So we're on the back of the 2nd row. That's fine. Okay, it is time to start the actual race. 94 degrees, so I'm going for a medium front, I think, and go for a hard rear because the Ducati is really eating through its rear tyre. So it doesn't seem to be able to hold a soft or a medium. It's just chewing right through them. So that wasn't meant to rhyme, but it did. But anyway, hard rear tyre. The good thing about using the hard rear tyre is I don't really need to worry about not being able to get any heat in it because the Ducati is just like spinning in his rear. Although I have put traction control up to 3 for this round, and it has been helping. So we shall see. Good start into turn 1. Oh, Dovy's wide. Dovy's very wide. And we're through into the lead. A little wheelie as well. So we're into the lead at Jerez, which is a nice little surprise. Was not expecting to be able to do this. I think it'll be short-lived, but you know, I'll try and stay here for as long as possible. It's actually Marquez who's in 2nd place now. Crutchlow's up to 5th. Someone's down. Petrucci is down. Actually, a few of them are down there. Okay. Into Danny Pedrosa corner. 0.8 of a second we got over Marquez at the moment. That's a bit interesting. We don't really need to worry about the rear tyre going off in this race. I mean, it's gripping. It's not sliding or spinning up too much, which is good. Quartararo's down now as well. So we've had a few people crashing. Petrucci's down again. That's his 2nd crash. Quartararo's down again as well. Wow. They are falling like flies. I can't say I've ever actually seen a fly fall, but it's a bit of a weird saying. Right, well, we've led the first lap. We've got a 2nd over Marquez. How is this happening? I mean, I'm not going to complain because we could potentially get our first win of the season here, and that would be a bit of a surprise to do it here of all places. But yeah, we've still not upgraded the bike. I still won't upgrade the bike. We're going to continue doing the season without an upgrade. The only time I might consider an upgrade is if they update the AI and make them quicker. Then of course I will need some upgrades, but at the moment we're keeping it on stock value. So I mean, we're pulling away in this race, which is very surprising. I mean, Marquez might try and get me later on in the race, but at the moment we're pulling away. Okay, through turn 10. So 1.4 second lead we got at the moment. We're going to end lap 2 in the lead. So lap 2 of 6. We're still leading. The front end of this Ducati is very, very nervous. My first lap around here in FP3, I crashed at turn 2. And I wasn't even on the front brake very hard at all. The front just completely went without a warning. Like I said, it wasn't really that hard on the front end. So, yeah, it is a bit, you know, throwing it into the corners, not knowing if the front end is going to stick. But, you know, that's a Ducati problem. And they've had that for many, many years. The Ducati's front end is much better nowadays than what it was a few years ago. Obviously, a few years ago, the front end was very, very numb. And it's not so much front end issues they got now, it's just trying to get the thing turned. They can feel the front end, they just can't get the bike turned when they want it to. And of course, the Ducati in real life likes to be ridden by standing the bike up and powering it out of the corners, which a place like Jerez, it doesn't really suit. But yeah, we're making it work. 1.9. So the oh, we've got a penalty for that. I just felt there's some long grass there, needed cutting. So obviously the people that cut this grass obviously missed a bit. So just done the job for them. You're welcome. I'll put it on my bill at the end of the race. A few games ago we used to have quite a few flowers around here on the inside of the track, on the infield. We're still pulling away from Marquez. I know we got a 0.4 of a second penalty, but the gap is 1.7. So even with the penalty, we would still win the race. We've got 2 laps to go after this one. So I think we might actually get our first win of the season, which would be very, very nice. We need one. We've gone 3 rounds already without winning a race, so you know, to get here would be pretty good. Then we can go to Le Mans, which is the next round. We will hopefully be strong there as well. And then we get to Mugello and Catalonia, 2 of my favourite tracks. So hopefully, I mean, Mugello should be good for the Ducati anyway. And when we get to the Red Bull Ring later on in the season as well, that is a Ducati track. Because Ducati are the only manufacturer that have won there in the MotoGP class. So into the final corner, we've got 2 laps to go. Ultimate lap of the race. It's not coming up saying who's doing faster times or anything. We haven't seen who's set the fastest lap of the race yet. We're still in control at the moment. Crutchlow is nowhere near me, so he's not going to T-bone me like he did at Circuit of the Americas. But yeah, this should move us back up the championship, which would be nice. I don't know whereabouts it will put us. I mean, the the points are all really close at the moment anyway. Rossi leading at the moment. He may not be leading after this race, because I don't know where he is. Gap looks like it's coming down, 2.3. As Marquez started to put the hammer down. Keep an eye on the next split. But yeah, that seemed to me like the gap had come down a little bit. Oh, Ika Lecuona has crashed. Yeah, 1.9, the gap's coming down. Zarco is down as well. Okay, we've got 1 lap to go and Marquez is closing me in. Can we hold on for 1 more lap? As long as we have the gap over 0.4 of a second, we'll be fine. At the moment, it's looking alright. So final lap time into turn 1. We've got a 2-second lead over Marquez. Rossi is not in the... Oh, he's 7th place. I was going to say he's not in the top 6. He's in 7th. I think he's just moved down to 8th as well. So Rossi will not be leading the championship after this race. I don't know who will be. All I know is that the points are very, very close. I mean, the gap's still looking good. We've got half a lap to go. The gap is 2.2, so the gap's gone back up. I think we're fine. Just don't do anything stupid with the front end. I'd really appreciate it, Ducati, if you didn't decide to fall over. Let's get this win. Let's get our first win of the season under our belt. Because it has been a tough start, but we're still in contention at the moment, and this will definitely help us. 2 seconds is the gap. We've only got 3 corners to go. Right, through turn 12 and down towards Jorge Lorenzo corner for the final time. Nice and gentle through that. Didn't want to lose the front end. We are going to win at Jerez. First win aboard our Tame Ducati. Wow, I'm so happy that we finally got a race win. I tell you what, a lot of their times behind Marquez were a lot quicker. I mean, Marquez's fastest time wasn't that great. Quite a few people DNFing. 36.6 for Jack Miller, fastest lap of the race. So we lead by 4 points from Marquez in second. Rossi's moved down to third now, 10 points behind. We're back on top and we've moved up to 4th in the team championship. We're still 38 points behind. We're joint with Repsol Honda at the moment, both on 69 points. Okay. Wow. There's a nice surprise. We are winning well, we're leading the championship. We won our first race of the season. Is that going to be the start of a winning streak? Or is it going to be a flash in the pan? I'll find out next time when we get to Le Mans. But finally, we're going to stand on the top step with our Ducati. Not literally with it, because they don't take the bikes up on the podium. That would be very interesting and very difficult to do. Joined on the podium by Marquez and Vinales. But a win. It's a win. 4th round of the season and we finally get our first win. I mean, this season it may turn out to be, you know, the champion is going to be the most consistent, not necessarily always the fastest. But we'll see. So back to the menus we go, and we can get ready for Le Mans. Okay, reputation looking good. Credits are very good. We've got What's it going to go up to? 3.8 million credits we got. Right, so let's advance the weeks. And, yeah, head over to Le Mans. So 6 laps. Oh, maybe that was 7 laps even. 6 laps was for the previous round. So off to Le Mans we go. Wet qualifying. FP3 wasn't too bad. I did have to come through Q1. Let's see what we can do in the wet. Come on, Ducati. Let's try and get a good result. Another good qualifying here. We're already 0.4 off. That is not ideal. Not ideal at all. That's wide. Alright, what's the next split going to say? Half a second off. Oh dear. Well, we've not got great pace in the wet then. Luckily the race is going to be dry. Oh. Okay, what's this split going to say? Still half a second. So we haven't lost any more. Okay, just the last couple of corners to negotiate. Around turn 14, run to the line. Where's this going to put us? Currently in 8th. 4th place. Okay. We are starting in 12th position. 0.9 off. Not good. What can we do from back here? No idea. 84 degrees track temperature, so soft front and a hard rear. Full tank of fuel. Let's do it. Let's go. No one on the front 2 rows has gone for a hard rear. But yeah, starting down in 12th. I was really hoping we were going to be on the front 2 rows again, but didn't work out. Didn't work out at all. Okay, let's do this. Come on, here we go. Oh, nearly into the back of Nakagami there, but we've made a few positions up. I say a few, we've made 2 up. Oh, into the chicane. Vinales on the inside. Right, so we're up to 9th, we're up to 8th, we're up to 7th. We're going to go wide, we're going to go wide. We're going to lose a position, yeah, we're back down to 9th place. Up the inside of Vinales, up the inside of Miller. Oh, Miller's gone wide. Right, so 7th place at the moment. Lots of them behind. Into garage there. Right, now, Ducati, for some reason you're not very fast, but give me all your power so we can get past. Okay, can we get Rossi as well? Not quite, he's on the inside anyway. I'll tell you what, that was good through there. Oh, no, we're not going to get him on the brakes. 6th position though, that's pretty good recovery. We made up 6 places from the start. Power mapping down to 1 now. Let's keep progressing. That is lap 1 of 7 completed. Can we slipstream Rossi down here? We should be able to. Yes, we're gaining. Here we go. Past we go on the Ducati. Can we get Crutchlow as well? Not quite. Oh, shove up the inside. We are through. That was a great move. Even if I say so myself. Right, Fabio Quartararo is in 3rd. And you've got Marquez in 2nd. Dovi leading at the moment. but a second is the gap to Quartararo, so we've got work to do if we want to close the next group down. That is the podium. That is the podium right there. Quartararo is not quite with him. There's a bit of a gap from him to Marquez. Can we close the gap? Looks like it's coming down. Don't stop it. Stop wheeling. Wheeling at the wrong time. Well, I don't really want to wheelie at any time apart from at the finish, but... Oh, that's too wide. So 0.7. So we have closed the gap down, which is good. Good news for me. Is it going to tell us the laps? Okay, that is lap 2 completed. 32.7 for Dovi, 32.1 for me. 0.6 of a second quicker. So quite a bit quicker than the leaders that time. Hence why we're closing them down. Okay, Quartararo very, very wide down, taking a tight line, but he's going to get a slightly better exit. So nothing I can do at the moment. A very, very underdeveloped Ducati in 4th position at the moment. I mean, we've already got a win this season, which I'm very happy about at Jerez. Can we add to that? Because I don't feel too bad at the moment. We're closing in on Fabio into the BFS's. So we are currently closing the gap down. Marquez and Dovi are not too far ahead at the moment, so that's fine. I am a little bit nervous about braking when the rear wheel slams back down after wheeling, because I have had quite a few crashes from doing that. Here we go. This is it. This is the one. Through on Fabio we go. A bit of a gap has emerged to Marquez and Dovi now. But we've got to stop nicely for the chicane. And that is us up to 3rd position. Can we close the gap down again to the leaders? 0.8 of a second is the gap. So I don't know what happened to Fabio down that straight. He lost quite a bit of time. Okay. So when I eventually get on the Aprilia and the KTM, I probably will have to do upgrades because those bikes are meant to be pretty dog slow. So yeah, when we eventually get to them at some point in career, then I will probably have to upgrade the bikes to be competitive. But we'll see. We're nearly with them again. We've got 3 laps to go, and we are not that far behind. It's whether we can get ahead of them. At the moment it's a no. 0.7 the gap. They got a better run out the final corner. Later on the brakes into the chicane. That's closed us right in again. So down the hill. Oh, that's very, very wide. Will that help? The gap is 0.4. That's wide again, but we can cut that back and try and get the run. Not close enough really to do anything about slipstream into garage there. Don't lose the front, don't you dare. Okay, run down to the beefy S's, and we are still in third. Slightly better on the brakes into the S's. Not so good on the way out though. 0.2 of a second is the gap. We've got 2 laps to go. Can we get Marquez on this lap and then Dovi on the final lap? I don't know. Okay, right, here we go. So penultimate lap time. Closing on Marquez. Can we do a similar move to what we done to Crutchlow earlier on in the race? Oh, we're not close enough. We were not close enough to do that move. Tell you what, on the final lap, when I turn power mapping back up to 2, I might turn traction control down to 2 as well, turn it down by 1. I feel like maybe it's just holding me back a little bit. I tell you what, I didn't realise Quartararo was still on me. I thought he'd drop back, but no, Quartararo, in fact there's his front wheel. Quartararo is still there, he's not done with. That's quite interesting because usually when you get past the AI they seem to drop back quite quickly. Fabio is holding on. Right, slipstream, 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 slipstream. Not really doing much. Down to the S's again. Through we go. Oh, steady now. Oh, that's way too wide there. Fabio didn't get through though, so that's fine. We've got 1 lap to go, and then it is time to start the final lap of the race. Here we go. This is it. Up to 2. Slipstream. Oh, I put the wrong thing on. Traction control. I need to turn that down 1, but I'm steering. Okay, into the chicane. Up the inside. No, not quite. Right, come on. Traction control down 2. When we get a moment to actually flick it down, I will. There we go. I don't know if that's helped at all, actually. We don't want to end up losing third to Quartararo, who is still right behind me. We're losing time. Oh, that's a bit too hot into garage there. We didn't lose the front though, so that's a bonus. I don't think we're going to do this. We're closing on Marquez now, but too hot into the S's. Not too bad. I'm not close enough to do anything. I'm not close enough to have a go unless I can get him to the line. Come on, come on, give me everything, give me everything. Oh, no. No, it's going to be a 3rd place this time. I don't think turning the traction control down to 2 helped, actually. I should have kept it on 3. 3rd place. Fastest lap of the race went to Petrucci, 31. A few of them in the 31s on that lap. Well, there we go. We don't go on a winning streak, but we stay on the podium. Actually, we are joint on points with Marquez. 85 points apiece. That is what you call a close championship at the moment. Equal on points. So let's head off to the Parc Ferme and then the podium. Yeah, that the points have worked out very well. And we have moved down to 2nd in the championship, but we are joint on points with Marquez. So whoever finishes ahead in the next race will lead the championship. The next race is Mugello and then Catalunya. So I'm hoping we can have some decent results there. GG very happy with Dovi winning. I've done my best, just not quite there for the win in that race, but at least we've got one win this season. But compared to my other seasons, yeah, it's a lot tougher not upgrading the bike at all. But I'm enjoying the challenge. It's nice to have to work for it. Right then. Let's get this all done and sorted. We're close to 4 million credits at the moment. We can just advance a week. So yeah, Mugello and then Catalonia. That will be in the next video, guys. So thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to leave this video a like if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to my channel for more content. I shall see you guys in the next video. Don't forget to stay safe and wash your hands. See you.